Following the stunning locations paddled in the 2 previous episodes, we finally start our kayak camping journey along Scotland's roof for you to enjoy here in episode 3. Here's a few trip highlights of things to come in this video. Excellent conditions, superb locations, cracking kayaking, magnificent views, chilling around the fire, a wonderful adventure. Weather and swells often delays things over an 8-day remote expedition, but we still had 6 days kayak camping to complete our chosen section of the roof. Today we load the kayaks and paddle west from Portskerra around Strathy Point to Armadale Bay to camp overnight. Sorting kayak camping equipment on a very soggy Durness campsite following thunderstorms and torrential rain last night. A great deal of kayak and camping gear had to be loaded into my van to leave a car trip midpoint at Balnakeil. Finally, excitement was brewing as boats were loaded and everything we needed for the 6 days was packed in the boats. The question now was, would mine float?
What? It floats, but only just.
No, I was only joking, really.
Yeah, they're brilliant, aren't they?
We left the 2 remaining vehicles in the small car park above the pier. The fully loaded boat had a nice familiar feel to me now, handling totally different once on the water, one I've grown accustomed to over the years. Still evidence of swell around as it breaks over a small underwater reef.
Nice.
We make our way around Sgeir Ruadh. The vista opens up now with a couple of new headlands, then Strathy Point in the far distance. A nice enjoyable active scene now with movement under the boat as swell rebounds off the rocks. A sense and feeling of open seas now as seabirds take to the air. Rounding the points we can feel the stream pushing towards us with the opposing swell kicking things up slightly. Don't you just love that sight and feeling of waves crashing and rebounding off the rocks and features? Having rounded Rebounding, the sea mellows down along the coastline towards Strathy Bay.
What's the plans with the pamphlet then?
Although Will had done all the planning for this trip, Joan had worked the technicalities of the original double Pentland Firth crossing. A total change of rock strata now, as the cliffs seem to stand on harder, angled slabs.
It's almost like a slipway, that one. No.
Stunning coastal scenery all round, despite the darker clouds still hanging around from yesterday's storm. We crossed to the far cliffs to avoid going right into and across Strathy Bay.
No, it's not fair. But
paddling northwards, we'd stop off for lunch at a small jetty midway before continuing on to Strathy Point.
looks like okay. Aye.
No, it wasn't in there.
Looks okay, son. That's okay, I'm fine.
I often choose to stay in my boat to eat lunch, especially if it's rocky landings and launches. Our trip route so far, with Strathy Point coming up next. The wind had increased noticeably while eating lunch, and this was about to spice conditions up the closer we got to Strathy Point. Lovely movement now under the boat in the rebounding waves as things start to get more interesting. With an eye further out to sea was giving indicators of the tide race as we neared the point.
What's that? Yeah. Yes, I've got it.
Fleeting glimpses of Strathy's Lighthouse. A definite race showing clearly off the end now, and Steve picks up a wave for a short run. I didn't quite catch this one. Maybe I need to work out more, or I could just blame the fully loaded boat. All the excitement over for now as we enter more sheltered water and views of Strathy Lighthouse. Progressing south in the channel with Garth-eilean to our right.
Yeah, it's a nice one, isn't it?
A chance to check out a few features, starting with this smart looking cave. Its huge cavern carved out with unrelenting wave action over the years. This is a superb coastline in many different ways, absolutely magnificent. And still more wave action to play with. A tricky little arch, that one.
This what? This is the cave with the pack, you know what? No, we'll pass. Anyone need any washing done?
A box of surf washing powder maybe. Ah, don't shoot me, that was Shirley's humour. A good deal of wave action to enjoy along this, a more northerly facing stretch of coast.
He's even given me his personal mobile, not his works one, so he's brilliant with me.
We gradually worked our way between a selection of small islands. This section was particularly stunning. This was pure magic for me, being this close to the energy and raw power of the sea. I just couldn't stop myself giggling. It's like being a kid all over again. Stunning! Steve and I reliving kayaking in the lightning and thunderstorms yesterday.
Not really, we can go with the bonus. Mind that last night was fantastic, it was phenomenal that. Go on!
Sink's feeling a little hemmed in as I give him room back out to sea. With magical light as the sun catches the water.
It is lovely.
Amazing rock shapes and features. More gullies, arches and caves to enjoy. This stretch was just brilliant.
Right. Is that your get out of jail free card?
And this coast just keeps on giving. And not just one arch, I'd spotted another shaft of daylight as I passed through. This was a bit like a kid in a sweet shop, and it was all for free. Back around for another go to check out what I'd just seen to my right earlier. Oh yes, another little gem, but steady on the way in. Oh, and mind the head, your size is bad to get. Cheeky.
That another arch? Oh, brilliant. Just keeps on giving. Nothing, Derek?
Sadly this didn't go all the way round, but still nice though. There's an awful lot of energy in these long period waves. Timing needs to be spot on to avoid embarrassing moments. Approaching the final little headland before rounding into the long Armadale Bay. A solitary little puffin out to catch his tea of sand eels. But hang on a second, I caught a glimpse of something else feeding in the bay. Yes, I was right, a porpoise, but I only caught sight of one. A quick check on the size of surf relative to a suitable camping area for the night. Now the long slog of transporting all our camping gear to a suitable tending area before carrying the boats up.
Any signal, Will?
Mission accomplished and tents up. Now it was time to get the drone up for some aerial views. This was a stunning landscape, not quite as wonderful as the kayaking scenery, but beautiful in its own right. These drone views revealed some sinister secrets about the bay. Deadly cross-patterned rips down this side of the bay, but also a rip scour across the full width, and another rip noticed down the far left side as I'd flown out. Landing in big surf would require great care here. And back to our campsite for some well-earned food and a recap on today's adventures and GPS traces before gathering firewood for our evening activities. Not quite 12 miles covered, hardly earth-shattering, but our quest was to fully explore this incredible piece of remote and beautiful coastline, to discover its true mysteries. In fully loaded sea kayaks, we'd explored all its nooks and crannies and enjoyed some brilliant sea conditions. Oh, I was really looking forward to this basic but hearty meal, despite it always looking like some medieval gruel. The coffee wasn't half bad either, but that could have been down to the amount of whiskey though. Steve had spotted sand martins nesting in the dunes. Thankfully we'd pitched the tents further away. And now time for some friendly campfire banter.
Wait, I'll feel it as if I'm not looking particularly stylish, so I'd like... If you're going to tell me for your filming, I'll go and get some...
I prefer with the kettle. Or is that politically correct?
That's politically correct. I'm taking offence to that.
Taking offence? You've got a bloody gate down here. The campfire crack was brilliant, with everyone pitching in with their own tales of trips and adventures gone by.
Just horrendous.
Thanks, Derek. And soon time for bed, ready for an early start for great adventures tomorrow. Subscribe for more episodes. Meanwhile, click on the thumbnails for more of my adventure videos. Comments please, like and share with friends. Thanks for watching.